So welcome folks to another video. This video is slightly different to the ones I normally do because I'm not actually going out and taking any photos. There's not going to be any POV of me going out and taking photos or anything like that. What I wanted to do is just put out a very short video just about my experience of going through an airport with film, because before I went to New York there was, I was a little bit concerned just about how, I didn't really want to get my film scanned. I didn't know, there was mixed messages out there about does it damage your film, does it not, this, that and the other. I read somewhere that, to keep, if you're going to get film scanned, it's, lower than 800 speed, it's fine, and if and above that you start to see some artifacting and that sort of thing, damaged by the process of your film going through the scanner. So I just thought that I would have my 2 pennies worth on it and how I got on with the process. Like I say, this is obviously how I got on. Your experience might be completely different to mine. It really just, I think, depends on a day, the agent that you speak to on the day, how polite you are, whether they've got out on the wrong side of bed, how many coffees they've had, all this, that and the other. So obviously what I'm going to say now is personal to me, and I'm also going to mention a few things that perhaps I didn't expect from the process. So let's get on with it. Now, for those of you who didn't know, I took my Bessa R2 35mm range finder with me to New York, and of course I took some film. I knew that I could buy film in New York without a problem, but what I wanted to do is to start shooting at the airport, on the plane, when immediately as I got off the other side. So I had to have some film with me. So what I did, we flew from Heathrow Terminal 5. We got there nice and early, and we went into the line to obviously, basically strip down your pants and put it all through the scanner. And I was in a place where I thought, you know what, I'm going to ask if they will hand scan the film. So what I did was I had my bag ready, my carry-on luggage ready, and on the top of it I had my film. Now what I did, these are actually spent film cartridges in here, but let's, for the purpose of this, imagine that they've got film in them. What I did is I put them in one of these clear sandwich bags, and if the film was in a box that was unopened, I just left it in the box unopened. Any film like Portrait, that is just the roll itself, I would just put that it's in this clear bag. It would be in the top of my backpack, so literally I'd be in the queue, I'd grab it out, and when I got to the agent, I just said, look, I've got some film, is it okay to be scanned? What she said, she was really, really nice. She said, no, that's no problem, I'll take it from you and I will hand check it. Now I knew, because it happens to me every time, obviously when you're taking cameras through, I'm sure you guys have been in the same boat as me. I've taken a film camera through with me, I've taken chargers, and I've taken my digital camera, and it's all in my backpack. Of course, with all the wires and all the rest of it, it must look like some sort of explosive device. So every time I go through airport security, I end up getting my bag put to one side, and you have to check through it anyway. So I was always expecting that. But it's the first time that I've ever travelled with film and a film camera. So the camera went and got scanned because that was just left in my bag, and they checked it out the other side. But this they took off me and were very, very kind enough to hand check it, and then when I got to the other side, after they finished looking through my bag and all the rest of it, they gave me this back, and I carried on my way. I loaded up my camera and shot a few shots in Terminal 5 itself. So that was Terminal 5. Now, of course, we landed in JFK, and there's no checks there. You just obviously do your passport bit, and off you go into New York and have the time of your life. But what I wasn't expecting when we were in New York is the fact that obviously I was out with my Bessa, I had film loaded up in it, I had a couple of rolls. So what I do in a day, because I was trying to limit my film use, I'd have a roll of colour and a roll of black and white, and a roll of either black and white or colour as a spare. But basically I was shooting about 2 rolls a day. So throughout the day, I would always have a roll loaded up in here. Now, what I didn't expect was that some of the attractions, some of the viewing decks have scanners. So of course it's like being in the airport, and I wasn't prepared for it. So I was in the queue, turned the corner, and then I'm looking at somebody saying you've got to put your bag through through the scanner. And of course that was a bit of a problem, or I was a little bit worried about it. But actually what I found was they scanned the camera with the film in it, and then obviously my bag, not, you know, this wasn't in a clear thing, this was just a roll of film in my bag. They scanned it, and I've not seen any artifacting or anything like that caused by that scanning process. But like I say, the maximum ISO film that I took with me was an 800 speed film. It's the Cinestill 799T. So I took that with me, and I didn't see any damage to that film when I developed it and scanned it. So that was a good thing. Now, of course, then when it came to the reverse trip, so getting to JFK, going through the same process again, and sort of flying home, I just adopted the same principle really. So I had my sandwich bag, I put all the film that was now finished, so it was all ready to be developed. I put it back in the sandwich bag, and again I just got to the conveyor belt thing, and there was a woman, an agent stood opposite, and I just sort of politely said, do you mind if you hand check this for me? And she said, yeah, no problem. She took it off me, and she went and hand checked it, and no issues. Again, no issues at all. They ended up sort of checking my bag again. They ended up patting me down. They ended up checking my hands for drugs and all that sort of business, and of course everything come out negative. And yeah, it was just an easy process really, and I don't know why I got quite as worried as I did before we went, because actually the process was really easy. The people that I dealt with anyway were really friendly, and there was no issue with them at all hand checking your film. So I wouldn't be worried again about doing that journey. Now, I can't speak for other airports. I can't speak for airports where perhaps the agent doesn't speak English, or you know, they perhaps, you know, whatever language they speak. I can't speak for that experience. It might be that they just say don't understand you, and your film's going to get scanned, and that's it. I think the way to do it is just, you know, be as prepared as you possibly can do. Be polite when you speak to somebody, so make sure you've got your film in a nice clear bag, that it's there ready to just literally take out your bag nice and easy, and just say to the agent, look, it's some film, do you mind if you hand check? If they say no, there's no point having an argument with them, because I should imagine that the yellow glove will go on and you'll be in a bent over position before you know it. So it's no point arguing with them at all. If they say no, it's got to go through the scanner, then you just got to accept your film's going through the scanner, and that's it. And like I say, I think that I've not tried higher speed film. I just read something online, and for me, the 800 speed film that I did take through there has had no damage at all, and that was on 3 rolls of the stuff, so I had no issues there with it. So yeah, so just be polite, be ready with your film to hand it over to the agent, and just accept that it's a no, and that's it. So yeah, I would say that the like I say, the process from start to finish and in reverse was a real nice experience, to be honest with you, and I had no hassle at all. So yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope for those of you who are a little bit worried about travelling abroad to film, that's hopefully set your mind at ease a little bit. And yeah, I hope if you are going on holiday with some film, you come back with some really good images. Anyway, hope you liked this little video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscription to the channel is always massively appreciated, and please leave me a comment below. Anyway, with your experiences of going through airports with film. And anyway, for now, it's a bye from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.